All right, 12:30 here on a Friday afternoon, and today on Carlee's Hot Mess Express, we are unpacking the Super Bowl halftime debate. Bad Bunny's global pop spectacle versus Turning Point USA's all-American counter-programming. It's a culture clash. It's about ratings, it's about outrage, and also what it says about America's entertainment divide right now, really nationwide. Carlee back with us today. Good afternoon, Carlee. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. So we've got the big game on Sunday. And generally, just about every year, as you remember, last year, Kendrick Lamar was a big debate about Kendrick and whatnot. I personally found Kendrick Lamar's set last year during the halftime to be fantastic. I loved it. And I didn't really know, but probably two or three songs. DNA is one of my favorites from Kendrick. But when I watched it last year, it turned me on to so many new songs from Kendrick Lamar, and I think that did for a lot of people. He won a Grammy here just not too long ago, and I think he's probably
Mhm.
the best rapper in the game right now. So this is not new, the outrage, but what is new, I think, is Erica Kirk and Turning Point USA sponsoring the All American, the quote All American, right?
Yeah, okay, so I'm not a football person at all. Like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
watch any type of football, but the halftime show, I'm always interested in who they're gonna have performing because I just feel like no matter who you get, you're not gonna make everybody happy and someone's gonna have some type of issue with it, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't understand why people are upset that Bad Bunny is gonna be the halftime performer this year because what was it like a few years ago Shakira and J-Lo performed
Mm-hmm.
and I mean like Shakira, she's not originally from here and Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican, I believe. So I don't really understand where like that outrage comes from.
I think a lot of it is selective, and I think it's the politically where we're at, cultural wars that we're currently under right now. I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, honestly, I think you're right. I don't think I'll be watching Turning Points halftime just because
Hmm.
I'm not really like a huge fan of the performers that they have. Like Kid Rock, I like some of his music and whatnot, but not
Yeah,
enough that I'd want to like tune in and watch him. Like
sure.
it's nothing more than that for me. And honestly, even Bad Bunny, I'm not like a huge fan of his and I don't know many of his songs. So I'm kind of like, maybe I'll watch a few minutes of it and just see if I can get drawn into it. But if not, whatever.
Well, let me ask you this: what does Bad Bunny represent to modern audiences that makes him so, I guess, polarizing and popular?
I think that it's because a lot of his music is in Spanish. And I think that makes a lot of like Spanish speaking citizens feel more represented and kind of more seen, or like there's someone in the mainstream music industry that they can relate to more heavily.
Hmm.
And a lot of people find Bad Bunny to be very attractive. So I
Hmm.
think there's that too. I mean, that's one way to, win over women audiences. So good for him.
And I can also probably throw in there that right now, the country you're seeing in some major American cities, Minneapolis, of course, comes to mind, where ICE agents are surging and displacing and rounding up, whether they be Spanish citizens, or not Spanish, but Mexican born citizens. Legal aliens
Mhm.
is what the proper term, I suppose, would be. So, and he's taken a stance on that. So I guess there is a lot of division that's right there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I totally understand why he doesn't want to have concerts in the US so much now. I think that his concerns are totally valid because he thinks that then, the ICE agents might target his
His
concerts and like the
audience.
venues that he's at. Yeah, so I do understand that. Um, I don't know. I think that it's not like a bad stance that he's taken. And I think
Hmm.
that maybe made a lot of people feel like, oh wow, he's very politically and like kind of socially aware. of what's going on, and I think that shows that he's concerned about his fans, and in a way he like wants to try to protect people as best as he can by not having concerts. Feel however you want to, feel about that, but I think that that sort of makes him seem like more human to a lot of people, that he's showing empathy in a
I
way.
want to throw some. Yeah, I want to throw something out at you. At the time, this artist was the most streamed artist at that particular time when he appeared during the halftime show. So is Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is now the most popular, probably worldwide artist. He's the most streamed artist in the world right now. But the Weekend's from Canada. Nobody was up in arms and freaking out about the Weekend, which I thought he did a mediocre performance at best. I wouldn't put him in the top 10 of all-time performances.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna be so for real. I didn't even realize that he was Canadian, to be honest.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, honestly, I didn't. But like for me, I genuinely do not care where like the performers
Sure.
are from. That's not like a huge thing to me. I like all types of different cultures, and I think that like Shakira and J-Lo, like when they performed, like
Yeah.
that was really cool just because it was kind of a little bit different. But as far as like the weekend, I don't love him necessarily like as a person. He's not my favorite, but I do like a lot of his music. But his
Hmm.
performance was very lackluster. And I think he had like a lot of strobe lights that year
Yeah.
too, and that was really confusing people. So like his performance was just not very like memorable, I guess. No one felt like it was anything super special.
Yeah. It wasn't too special because we kind of forgot about it. Do you see this? Do you find that a lot of this debate that's going on, is it organic or do you think it's social media driven?
I think that it's very social media driven,
Hmm.
honestly. Like, I don't know. Hypothetically, if we didn't have social media, would anyone really care? Probably not. I think it's just
Probably
that
not,
now,
right?
yeah, like now we know what's going on in the country and like other places in the country. So I think that that kind of drives up more interest and just, oh, being so careful about what I say. But I just feel like what's going on politically is
Yeah.
driving so much of this dislike. And I don't really think that's fair because I don't think he as a person has like done anything wrong. So, like, what's the big deal,
Yeah.
kind of? Yeah.
Lot of the culture was, and I don't want to draw a side either. Okay, I don't have because I don't
Right.
know Bad Bunny. I mean, the only thing I know Bad Bunny from is he was in a movie with Adam Sandler. It was the golfing movie. Oh gosh, help me out. He
Happy
was his
Gilmore,
his
too.
Happy Gilmore too. He was his caddy. That's the only work that I've ever seen or actually heard Bad Bunny in. And I'm sure he's a great artist. Obviously, he must be, right? I know Kid Rock. If this was 2001, it'd be like, hey, Kid Rock, that's awesome. I just want to roll through kind of the hypocrisy of the whole thing, to be honest with you. And that's one thing that I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan of. Turning Point USA, listen, I'm all for if you want to have your event, by all means, great, have it. It's dubbed as the All American Halftime Show. It's going to counter program the halftime show of the Super Bowl. I just want to read this to you and then get your reaction. This here is from the spokesperson for Turning Point USA. And the All American Halftime Show is an opportunity for all Americans to enjoy a halftime show with no agenda other than to celebrate faith, family, and freedom. I'm there for that. I think that's a great idea. I love it. Okay? Nothing wrong with that. Having family together, getting together, watching an event, I'm all for it 100%. He goes on to say, we set out to provide an entertainment option that will be fun, excellent, and exciting for the entire family while millions are gathered together for the big game. These performers will deliver exactly that, and we can't wait to watch the incredible show they're about to put on. We know millions around the country will be watching too. End quote. 100% agree with it. Okay, I
Hmm.
agree with that statement 100%. What I don't agree with is that they're trying to counter program against an artist who popular. I bet the kids in their family probably listen to Bad Bunny. More than likely they do rather than do not, because all young kids do. They love Bad Bunny. My objection to that is if they would have had Lee Greenwood, if they would have had another Christian artist, whatever it might be, right? They put Kid Rock. Have you heard Kid Rock's lyrics? Any Kid Rock lyrics?
Yes, I have, and I think I know which ones you're talking about possibly. There is one like set of lyrics that are really going around the internet right now where he's
Yes.
talking yeah, about like how
Let me give it to
basically
you. I have it.
yeah.
I have the lyrics for you. And this is not the only song. If you listen to Cowboy, American B, American
Mhm.
Bad, I don't want to curse. I guess I could, but American Bad A, okay, that's one song, which is cool. I like that song. Big fan of it.
Yeah.
But other songs, right? So, but Cool Daddy Cool is the name of the song. Okay,
Mhm.
and it's from 2006 or somewhere in that time frame. Let me give you the lyrics here. Now some people say my mind's blown. I'm cooling like a snow cone. On my cell phone, I'm paid, G. Can't call me, just page me. Young ladies, I like 'em underage. Some say that's statutory, but I say it's mandatory. My story ain't that complex, 240s and a Rolex. I rip, I rock, I roll, G. I trim my hair with the Flowbee. Okay, so there you go. Some songs I know 100% because some of my favorite artists have songs that did not age well. Okay, talking about younger girls. All right, but right now when we're talking about the Epstein files, about underage girls, probably not the best idea. And I do like Kid Rock. I honestly do like Kid Rock.
Yep. I like some of his music too. I think it's good.
Yep.
I can't think of some of the songs, but like more his popular stuff from like the early 2000s is what I kind of like and whatnot. So as an artist or whatever, like I like him. He's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with him. But yeah, like that song in particular did not age well. And I feel like if you want to have a maybe more clean sort of show that the whole family can watch together, yeah, I don't think that Kid Rock is necessarily one of the artists that you should have chosen
Not the choice, right?
personally. Yeah. Like I don't know, but like Brantley Gilbert and Lee Bryce, I think is the one of the other
Yep,
ones that are
yep. Lee
performing.
Bryce and Gabby Barrett.
Yeah, her, I don't know who she is, honestly. The other two guys, like I kind of know some of their music and like it's not bad. It's, country and whatnot. Like I think they're
Sure.
fine for the most part. But like to have Kid Rock kind of be like the big guy, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a good look. And honestly, Bad Bunny, I'm like 90% positive that he's Puerto Rican. He's an American citizen.
Yep,
So
he
like
sure is.
I don't I don't know why people have such an issue with him performing. And another thing that I have about like Kid Rock that kind of bugs me is he comes from a very wealthy family, but it's almost like he tries to act very much like, "Oh, I pulled myself up by the bootstraps, I came from nothing and now look where I'm at. I know struggle." And it's like, "Do you? Do you
Do you
really?"
know?
Cuz
Do you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of. You ever seen 8 Mile?
no, I haven't. It's the one with
You've never seen
Eminem.
8 Mile? Oh my gosh, you got
I
to see.
know.
It's probably one of the.
I
It's a
know. I
great
need
movie.
to see
Great
it.
movie all the way. But so in there's a rap battle between Eminem, whose name is Rabbit, by the way. Coincidence?
That is
Uh,
funny.
and another rapper who his name is Clarence, and one of the lines in the rap that he says, "Yeah, you came from a good family, a middle class family. Your parents are still married. You're trying to tell everybody that you're pulled yourself up by the bootstraps. So well, no, you didn't. You come from a good." Clean, honest, hardworking family. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's just got me thinking about that. Quickly, do you think the Super Bowl halftime show can ever satisfy everyone again?
Honestly, no, I don't think so. Like, it's just, there's so many different people that watch the Super Bowl or even just the halftime show that just tune in for that part that I feel like there's
Yeah.
no way to please everybody. Like I don't think that my parents, if they were to watch the halftime show, honestly, they would want like probably a country artist. Like
Mm-hmm.
my dad probably would be like, "Oh, Johnny Cash would have been perfect for that." You know, if he could have
Sure.
chosen anyone being your
Mm-hmm.
dad, that would be his pick. But it's like that's not going to please everybody. So I feel like the only way to somewhat satisfy everybody is to have a bunch of different artists performing from all different genres, ages, you know, stuff like that. But no, I think that when you only have a select number performing, you're not going to please everybody. So it's like you just kind of got to make a choice and roll with it, I think.
Yeah, I think we're past that stage now to where used to be years ago we didn't complain so much on Facebook or whatever social media app we had. We weren't as close as we are. We're really close now, right? You know, whenever I saw you used to be years ago, I'd run into you on the street and get your opinion that way. Now I could just see what your opinion is right now instantaneously. So again, we'll never go back to those days of satisfying everybody. But if you could, like your father, who would you like?
Okay, I had a feeling that you were going to ask me this. So I think, can it be like living or dead?
It's got to be living because it could be next year. If you, yeah,
Okay. Okay, then that'll kind of change it a little bit. Originally, I was going to say Paul McCartney and Wings, but I think I'll just
they're
go with Paul
still
McCartney. I
alive,
think, yeah. But I don't know, like,
except for Denny.
or,
Denny's not. They're a guitar player.
yeah. Okay, but I would have Paul McCartney. That would be my pick. I think it would be really fun to see what he would come up with. What about you?
So Paul did do the halftime, you know, about
Did he?
15 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I definitely didn't watch it then.
2006, I think it was 2006 is when he did it. And it was a great show. It
Huh.
was a really great show. And I just saw Paul McCartney in October. Great
Oh,
concert.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be a really cool one to go and see, I feel like.
So here's what my answer depends on. My answer would depend on kind of where the concert is, right? Let's say it's held in Dallas,
Okay.
Texas, because they got their beautiful dome. I would go with a country performer. I would go because we haven't had a country performer in a long time. I would go. Can't do Garth Brooks, but what's this guy? Zach Top? No, who's
Oh,
the
yeah,
big
Zach
country
Top.
star now? Yeah, Zach Top, or who's the big
Yeah.
guy? Not Luke Bryan. What's the other Luke guy? Kind of chubby.
Luke Combs.
Luke Combs, thank you. Luke Combs would be a good one, right? I mean,
He would be
Popular's
really
got a lot of
good.
songs. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if it was held in New York, then maybe I'd split it up into two. Maybe do some rap, some very popular New York rap artists, and then some very popular rock artists. Maybe throw in a pop princess in there as well. Kind of split it up, right? San
Yeah.
Francisco, that it's held in San Francisco, I think they missed the boat on having the band Metallica because Metallica is a band that's their
Hmm.
hometown. Metallica, I
Oh,
believe,
that would be
should have
good.
played halftime. That would have been just great because they've got a lot of songs that we know. And here's even a bigger
Mhm.
band from their hometown. And you would know it. And so your mom and dad would love it. Other generations. And I think, like I said, even you, the younger generation, would love it. I'm going to throw this out there. Journey should have been halftime.
Yes, I was thinking maybe you were gonna say that because their one song, Lights,
When the
by the
lights
Bay.
go down in the city and
Yes,
the
that one.
sun shines on the bay. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, that would have been so good. I love Journey. Like definitely hands down one of my favorite bands. Don't Stop Believing. Like I just when you hear the piano start, I don't know what
Sure.
flips inside my brain, but I lose my mind. It is such a
Yeah.
good song. But yeah, no, I think that they would appeal to a very broad generation
Very
of
broad.
people, you
Yeah,
know. Yeah.
Absolutely, they would. Yeah, so I think that would have been a great choice. I first would have went with Metallica, maybe Journey or something. Maybe they could have done Journey at the beginning, like Green Day's doing, right? Green Day's playing songs at the beginning of the halftime or
Mhm.
wherever they're playing at the beginning of the game, and then I would have done Metallica at halftime. Nonetheless, we
Yeah.
I don't think we're ever going to get anything because Rock Nation, Jay Z, his company are in charge of halftime. I don't know how that got to be a part of it, but whatever. They must have bought
Yeah.
it or something.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before we wrap things up, there was an announcement that was made today. The North Dakota State Fair announces their newest performer. I'm old. I'm 55. I just turned 55 yesterday, so give me a break.
Yeah.
Alex Warren. Who is Alex Warren, please?
So Alex Warren, he is a YouTuber, or he started as a YouTuber and then like moved into TikTok. And when he first started out, he was compared to David Dobrik a lot. So David Dobrik had the Vlog Squad on YouTube where they would just post these like fairly short vlogs, so like videos of their day and whatever crazy thing they were doing, but they were very chaotic and fast paced. Well, then Alex started doing videos kind of similar to that and then adopted some of David's mannerisms, which was kind of
Okay.
strange, but it worked for him. So then he got really big on YouTube and then TikTok, and then he got into music. And so now he is a musical artist. He's not a bad singer. I think he has a very nice voice. And there's one song of his that just got way overplayed and it was on TikTok, but it is not a bad song. I'm just kind of wondering like if he was the best that we could do for the state fair. I think
Sure.
he's gonna appeal to a very, very young audience. So
Yes. Is he pop?
yeah, I don't
He's a
know.
pop artist?
Yep, pop.
I feel like him and this Benson Boone guy, right? I feel like they're kind of the same thing. Because Benson Boone had
Yep.
that these beautiful things and then he jumps off a piano or does a somersault or whatever he does, and
He
that's
would do
his
it
whole
like
stick.
backflips all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, well,
Yeah, honestly, so I like Benson Boone more than Alex Warren personally, but
okay.
they both got so overplayed, and I feel like they're just kind of for like teeny boppers. Like if I was 13, I probably would have been obsessed with both of them. So now at the old age of, 26, I'm like, "Oh, you kids and your music, that's just not for me anymore."
Well, so does he have an album? He's got a whole album, I'm guessing. Otherwise, he wouldn't be out on tour promoting anything.
Right. He does have a whole album. Like I said, I really just know this one song. It's called The Ordinary. It's if you listen to it, it's not a bad song. It's pretty good. However, I feel like the guys that do pop music now today, there's just like they're so cookie cutter. There's nothing
Yeah.
that really sets them apart or makes any of them super special. It's kind of like, "Oh, yeah, this song came right out of the tube." Like there's no like characteristics that set them apart from each other. So they all just kind of mesh together.
And I think we know why. It's because they were brought up on the TikTok. They became popular on the TikTok, so that's their mold. That's what they know, right? There's nothing really too unique about them.
Yes, absolutely. But like now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I guess that is kind of true for every generation of music to some degree. Like there's some hair metal bands that I can't really tell apart because they sound so similar, but it's like, well, it makes sense. That's what was popular at the time and it worked for
Yeah,
this guy. So why wouldn't you try to recreate
you
that
do the same
recipe,
thing.
I guess. Yeah, so I don't want to just hate on the younger generations because it's like, no, I guess we've all kind of been doing
Yeah, it's
that or
all
experiencing that.
music is cyclical, right? I mean, pretty soon we'll be into probably goth Norwegian death metal or something.
Honestly, I'm open to all types of music except for jazz. I really don't like jazz.
Yeah, there's no words to it, so it's kind of boring, right?
It
It,
is. Oh, one artist that I wanted to ask you about was Olivia Dean, if you've heard any of her music.
no, but I've heard Olivia Newton-John, and I really like her.
Yes, and actually Olivia Newton-John, one of her songs started getting popular on TikTok. And so people were all using this Olivia Newton-John song. It was one from Greece. I can't think of
Yeah.
it,
Is it
but
the one that you want? Ooh, ooh, ooh. That one?
no, there's not no, it's not that one. It's a slower, it's kind of a little bit sappy. Uh
Hopelessly devoted to
yes.
you.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. People were using that in their videos, and I thought it was kind of fun that
I'll tell
people
you
were
what, I grew
getting
up with that album.
that.
I love that album. Love it. I love it.
She she is such a good singer. She has a beautiful voice, I think.
Yeah. One more artist, and then we'll have to wrap things up. Youngblood. You listen to him?
Not really. He was the one that was like friends with Ozzy Osbourne, right?
Yeah, yeah. He did a couple covers of Ozzy's music now, and he's got his own stuff. I think he's working with Aerosmith. He did a song with Aerosmith as well. He's kind of breaking out himself in the rock world, and he's somewhat unique. Got a good voice, sings well.
Yeah, he does. I like him because I feel like, I mean, I don't know a ton of his music, but I have seen videos of him performing and whatnot. And I think it's really cool that his sound is very, it's like modern, but also like classic rock almost,
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of
Hmm.
metalish a little bit. I don't know. I
Right.
think it's just kind of refreshing to have someone doing something that's more their own thing. Like he is really right now, I think, one of the only ones that sounds like that or that has that sound. And so I think that's
Hmm.
really
Hmm.
cool. And honestly, he seems like a pretty chill guy too. So
Yeah, yeah, he does. So hopefully, the future of rock and roll is kind of in his hands, if you ask me.
yeah, would you go see him if you could?
Yeah, yeah. If he came to town, I would definitely go out and give him a look. See, I really liked his performance at the Aussie tribute that was last summer. I thought he did a great job at that.
Yeah, I did too. I saw some videos of that and whatnot. Yeah, I like
Hmm.
him. Honestly, if he was at the state fair, I would definitely go to see him. But I don't know that
Let's
that'll
uh,
ever happen.
let's petition the state fair. We'll see if we can't make that happen. We're gonna have to leave it there, though, Carlee. You can follow Carlee, and it's real easy at Carlee Gifford. That's two E's, by the way, and two F's. I'm guessing, right?
Yes, sir.
At Carlee Gifford and Carlee's Hot Mess Express. You can catch it weekly right here on the KFYR Plus News Desk. Hey, you have yourself a great weekend, okay?
You too. Stay safe.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye. Couple minutes in front of the top of the hour. Quick break here. We're coming right back on KFYR Plus.